Hi team, Anna here, makeup creator, teacher, and educator, specifically for people with hooded eyes, for my 30 plus people with oily and textured skin, all of that. I love makeup. I post a lot of very useful content on here, as well as entertaining content, as well as reviews. But today we are talking about hooded eyes. Finally, you guys, I don't post a lot of tutorials, but I have posted this video and a lot of people have asked me for a tutorial of this look. This is going to be basically a reversed cat eye, reversed eyeliner type of tutorial, which in my humble opinion is the most flattering look for hooded eyes. I am like sure of it. Whenever I wear a sultry, beautiful reversed cat eye look like this, I always get compliments. I always get asked how I achieved this look. So today I'm going to show you. And yes, we are going to be doing this in purple again, but you can use any color you want. You could do it a little bit more subdued with brown shades for more everyday vibe or for more smoky vibe. It doesn't have to be purple, but I'm just going to be using purple shades. And hopefully that you guys enjoy makeup tutorials. Let me know if you do in the comments below, and let's get right into it. So I'm going to apply a little bit of the Urban Decay Potion Primer. I don't necessarily need to apply primer today because I'm going to go with a liquid base, but I'm just going to do it kind of like out of habit. And then because liquid base is not going to go like up to the brows, I am just applying it as a safety measure so that I know that all of the eyeshadows are going to be blending smoothly. So we're going to get into the official first step of our tutorial. I'm going to use the Half Magic Beauty Chrome Addiction paint in the shade Lavy Winkle. Yeah, it's kind of a periwinkle shade. Some kind of shade that is reminiscent of what my colors of eyeshadows are going to be. So this is not necessarily the vibe I'm going for, but that's the closest to the lavender purples that I'm going for. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this on my lid because I know that it is quite pigmented and I don't really need a bunch of pigment. I just want it to be like a little sheer layer of base. And I'm using circular motions and a fluffy brush and kind of blending it upwards to go above my natural crease so that we can still see this color with the eyes open like so, and also make sure that the edges are really buffed out and diffused so there's no harsh edges. But this is going to be our base. As you can see, it did very little, but I think that it helps with the eyeshadow application. If you don't have any type of eyeshadow bases or cream bases, just skip this step. I just really like it for the ease of it, and it helps with the color payoff as well. So the main palette I want to be using is this one by Moira, their Pretty Little Thoughts palette. This is their newest collection, but I was kind of missing a lavender matte shade here, so I'm going to dip into another palette to set this base. I'm going to go into the original Odin's Eye Soul Mane palette that came out several years back, and we do have this beautiful rainbow color story. I just love using this palette for a pop of color. If you hear some squeaks, it's my puppy playing with his toys, and I apologize. That's so loud. All right, so I'm going to go in with this lavender shade and pick up another fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of set this in place and kind of tap that on the eye, not necessarily creating a super vibrant color because the eye is going to end up being like super shimmery because I'm just going for that vibe. But you would also leave this matte if you wanted to, but this is just kind of what I want to do, again above the natural crease. Basically everywhere where I applied that purple base, I'm gonna go stop this madness. I think we're safe now. All right, I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush and get into this palette by Moira that I showed you before and kind of go into these taupey neutral shades to start blending this out into my crease and my skin color. That's kind of like a really good tip to work with colorful shades, but if you don't want them to be like too crazy, to use a neutral shade or a bronzer to blend them into your skin tone, kind of like so. You see it's kind of more subdued now, and then even a lighter shade to blend out right under my brow to make sure that everything is completely diffused. I really like these shadows, and Moira always has amazing quality. I adore their shadows. And we haven't even gotten to the shimmers. The shimmers are really the best. Okay, we're getting to the most important part, the smoky liner part, also the most difficult part. So grab yourself a good creamy gel type of pencil that also sets and is going to stay on for a very long time. One of these pencils I'm holding right now, it's Laura Mercier in the shade Tuxedo, completely black. Also, I do love pencils from Give Beauty and ColourPop. Maybelline are also really decent options. This one is my favorite though. And we're gonna need a really small pencil brush. This one is by MOTD Cosmetics. It's one of the brushes in my set for hooded eyes. I'm gonna leave the link down below for this set, but yeah, these are the best. And this duo is unstoppable. So what we're gonna do is first we're gonna go ahead and tightline and apply this pencil in the waterline as well. This is literally the most unpleasant thing that makeup makes me do. I literally hate doing this. But then the waterline is not so bad. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little bit out of my waterline, like onto where my lashes grow, and really load up that pencil there. Really loaded there. And then I'm gonna grab my little brushy brush and start smudging it before it sets so that it's really nicely blended out and diffused. We are going to set it with black eyeshadow, so this is not the final product obviously, but we do want just that little bit of blended look. And then we're gonna start on the upper lash line, just kind of line it same way, a little bit thicker on the outer portion, and then take our little brush, the same brush, and just kind of blend it out to create that smoky wing liner. But obviously black eyeshadow is going to help with all of that. And then I'm going to continue this line along the lash line without talking because I'm gonna mess up if I speak. And again, just blend out the edges to make sure that everything is nicely diffused, no harsh lines, no anything. I'm also going to start the application of my kind of like a wing, what do you call it, inner corner liner, just because I like that look on me. That is going to be the start of it, but I will use a liquid liner to make that a little bit more, you know, pretty. All right, let's add a little bit more on the outer portion here. Like, I'm really not being shy with this pencil here because I know that it is easily blended out if I blend it out in time and not wait for a long time, because then it's going to set and it won't move anywhere. But this is kind of the vibe, like really smoky, really subtle. And we are going to add that wing, if that's your preference, using a liquid liner. For now, we're just kind of creating the shape, and you don't have to be really strict right now. Like, it can be messy at this point is what I'm trying to say. Now I can go ahead and grab another small brush that is clean, and this one is a different one. This is from BK Beauty, also a brush I really love. And then grab any black eyeshadow from any palette you have to set that pencil. You could use brown pencil if you wanted that brown reversed liner look. You can use any color pencil, like whatever look you're going for, but today we're going for black and purple, and honestly black just looks really good with my deep brown eyes. And I'm going to start setting that pencil using this black eyeshadow and just smudging it and setting it and being really careful about where I'm putting this shade, and doing this up on top as well, and just using a really soft motion. As you can see, I'm not pressing too harsh. Looks really gorgeous. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and a little bit of more of that lavender shade to kind of add right through here to that blend, just so it's not just black under the eye right here, but has a hint of lavender as well. This actually looks really gorgeous. So basically, it's not really the reversed liner look where you only have eyeliner on the lower lash line. I also add liner on the upper lash line. That's kind of what helps with the hooded eye. What else helps is that by adding that darkness on the outer corner and just adding a bunch of that black shadow and not having it be really strictly like really sharpened liquid liner, this is going to give the effect of that lifted eye. So right now you can't really say that my eye is this hooded over on this side, because I'm adding this dimension and this darkness, and also because of course I did blend the purple shade high enough so that we don't really see that I don't have a lot of space there on my movable lid, actually no space. So all of this I am applying right on my hood, like right on my hooded eye. I hope that makes sense. Leave the questions in the comments below if you have some questions, like what I'm trying to make some sense here. All right, so this is what we're having so far. I'm pretty happy with this, and we can move on to the shimmers. So in the reference picture, I do have kind of like an icy shimmery look going on, which I absolutely adore. So I will apply several shimmers to achieve that look. I'm going to start with this one from Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette, because this is kind of like an icy lavender shade. I did reorganize my palette. Look how beautiful it looks. So I don't really know what shade that is, but they're icy lavender shade. And I will literally just apply it all over the lid. Not only that, but I will apply it right up to the brow, because I want that iciness to peek through and literally be so pretty and so gorgeous and sparkle right up to the brow. I think that is a gorgeous effect. Then I'm gonna go into this Moira palette, because these shadows are literally so gorgeous, and I'm gonna go in the shade Happiness and show you just how magical this shade looks. Really beautiful sparkle. I'm gonna start applying it kind of a little bit lower, but also pretty much all over the lid. And then I did use this shade, the silvery type of shade, in the inner corner in the reference picture, but I will just apply a little bit of this through here because I am going to go in with, that is blinding. Oh, this is what Moira is. You literally don't expect it to be like the most beautiful, wonderful shadow from the palette, and then it ends up being that amazing, just gorgeous. Yeah, I will use a black liquid liner to sharpen that inner corner and make it more visible. But let's get into the last shimmer. So this is also by Moira Beauty. This is from their Chroma Light Shadow collection, shade 20, Lilac Love. Most of these are going to be beautiful duochromy, gorgeous shadows, and this is one of my favorites. So stunning, so sparkly. These are very special, and that I am going to apply all over as well. So I'm kind of layering all of the shimmers. I'm playing around and mixing them just because I want that really cool like font effect where you can't really say what kind of shimmer I use. I just really like using a bunch of different ones and mixing them up. But look at that effect. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Wow, I think that is exactly what I wanted. Let's get into liquid liner because I do want that darkness to be a little bit more visible on the upper lash line. So one of my favorite liquid liners, honestly, I'm gonna say it, top 2 favorite. This one and Thrive Cosmetics is by Too Faced. This has been around for a million years. I learned how to do my eyeliner using this one. Well, obviously not the exact this one, but the same Too Faced liner on the makeup courses that I attended back in like 2019. So I'm gonna go ahead and first of all, look straight into the mirror and kind of follow the direction of the liner that I already have and create a line like so. And now I'm going to connect it to the lash line. And it doesn't have to be perfect whatsoever because we have that smoked out vibe going on. So just kind of make sure it matches. Then create a line along the lash line. And I'm going to do the inner corner portion. It's really one of my favorite parts. And then I'm also going to grab a little bit more of that black eyeshadow and kind of smudge that line even more so because I really don't want it to be like a sharp line. Like I said, I want it to be a more soft smudged look on the outer portion here because that is just a flattering look for hooded eyes. Like that is exactly what makes it look like I don't have a hooded eye on this side, and it's really pretty. So flattering. Another reason why I love using liquid liners is because now we have that guide of where to put a false lash. If you do use false lashes, typically it's really confusing, especially if you're a beginner, where to put it, how to put it, but we're gonna get to it. I will just go right on that black liquid liner, and that is going to be a really good guide for us. But honestly, I am pretty happy with how it turned out. I think I'm gonna go add another layer of Laura Mercier pencil in my waterline because the first layer kind of dries it down. The second layer really deposits the color there because my eyes are super oily and super watery. That's just how I roll, and then come back here for mascara and a lash. I've been really loving using this mascara duo. So I start with Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara at first, and I really love how it separates the lashes and deposits the color. It's just really truly one of the best mascara formulas on the market. Like my lashes just look so beautiful when I apply this, but this is not really waterproof and I need something heavy duty. That is why I'm gonna go in with another brand on top. So the second mascara is going to be the Milk Makeup Kush High Roll Mascara because this is tube-in mascara. So this is going to make the eyelashes, not the eye, well, my natural eyelashes, stay on, stay together, and not be messy. This is just kind of what I've been preferring to do, just using a mascara that I love and then a tube-in mascara on top for longevity. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one who does that. Let me know, but I've been kind of vibing with this. And now we're going to wait for 30 seconds for it to dry down and get to the lash application. I'm gonna grab a pair of really dramatic lashes. These are by True Beauty Lashes, one of my favorite lash brands in the style Wow. And these I already trimmed. I always trim the lashes from the outer portion kind of like a little bit because my eyes are a little bit smaller than most of the lash bands. But yeah, I usually do that. These I already wore and already trimmed, so I can just pop on a lash and use it. Then I kind of work the band a little bit like so to make sure that it's really soft and really easy and really flexible and that it's going to sit on the eye comfortably. Then I'm gonna grab my glue. This is by Duo. I usually use the glue by Duo. The glue by True Beauty Lashes is also really nice, but this is just kind of what I go for typically. I apply it right on the band, just kind of brush on and leave it for about 40 seconds to make sure that the glue gets tacky. You don't want to start applying the lash right away because because then it's just going to go all over your lid. It's not going to set. It's not going to grab and hold onto your skin. That's another thing. You cannot apply a lash on your actual lashes. You have to apply the lash band right on the skin. So kind of like on top, right? And it has to kind of glue onto your skin on the eyelid. I know it's not the most pleasant thing to do, but the effect is so worth it. I just love when we have a really beautiful, like colorful glam with a really big and nice lash. I think it's tacky enough. Do you think so? I think so. All right, I'm gonna hold it like so, look down into my mirror and place it right on the lash line. And then I am going to adjust it either with the tweezers or my fingers, like so. Look into the mirror, press them with the natural lashes. Just make sure there's not like a crazy separation there, like so. You can really do everything with fingers. Ooh, this is such a beautiful lash and such a beautiful color. That's why when people were asking me about this tutorial, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I typically don't do looks like 2 times in a row, but I really love this. And you can really do any color here. It doesn't have to be sparkly. Like I said, you could leave it matte, you could do brown matte, you could do beautiful burgundy matte. It just looks so stunning. And yeah, the lash is done. Let me do the other side and then come back and show you the final result. All right, team, my makeup is all done. Here's the final result. Hope you love it. I absolutely love this look, especially in this lavender shade, but obviously other shades would look so well with it too. Even matte look, a brown look, a green look. I did a silver bluish type of look like this as well. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. Do we love hooded eye tutorials? Is this helpful in any way, shape, or form? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.